I'll wait for the music to end. Here it comes. Okay. I was enjoying the music. I hated to end it sooner than it was over. Hi, everybody. Good evening. Happy Thursday evening. It's me, Mitch, and it's a little different tonight. A little different, and I'm going to explain why. I made kind of a big decision today about how I'm going to handle a lot of things moving forward, and I thought tonight would be a good time to start talking about it and the reasons why. Going to have a panel tonight too, so I hope you all will join me. So I'm not here all by myself, and let me put the link in the chat to the panel, and I will pin it to the top. There you go. 55 people so far. Good start for a Thursday evening. It's been a interesting time for the carnivore community in general, and the keto and the ketovore and the lion diet and the low carb and the paleo and all the other ones with the new food pyramid. The new food pyramid. Hello, Tuka. Tuka popped up in the green room. I'm going to wait until we accumulate a few people before I get started with that and talk about a few things first. The new food pyramid. I don't know what to say about the new food pyramid other than the real question is it really all that much different from the old food pyramid? And the answer is graphically, when you look at the picture, hell yeah, it's wildly different. Evidently, RFK Jr. watches South Park, where a few years ago, they turned the pyramid upside down, where it should be. So, hooray for the federal government. We finally turned the pyramid upside down. Gone. At least. And there are a few good things about it. Gone are the stupid recommendations of 5 to 11 or 6 to 11 servings of healthy whole grains a day, accompanied by 6 servings of fruit, or however many there was, and all those vegetables, and a recommendation to eat very small amount of meat and no fat and no salt. I mean, that was the recommendations. And how many people out there in the world actually were even aware of any of this to start with? Could have told you what I just said from memory and basically lived their life by it, actually counted the number of servings every day that they had of bread and fruit and vegetables, or felt guilty every time they had bacon and eggs or a hamburger. Not many. Small percentage of the population. The new food pyramid on paper looks like a lot has changed. In reality, in my opinion, nothing of any consequence has changed. And I don't think we're going to see any net change in what you find on grocery store shelves. Let me be generous and give it 2 years. 2 years from today, if you walked into Sam's Club, they still have the pallet loads of Cheez-Its, 18 different varieties of Cheerios, but there would be a marked difference. There would be a marked difference that if you could instantly be transported forward in time, you'd notice it. There would be all kinds of new pseudo certifications along with fancy logos declaring that this is the new, improved, healthier Cheerios or Cheetos or Cheez-Its because it complies with the new recommendations and the new food pyramid. So rest assured, you can still eat as much of this as you want with no harm to your health or any adverse effects. I wouldn't be surprised if the food companies have been anticipating this for ever since the last election and have already trademarked and copyrighted all the slogans, all the graphics, and the FDA has probably approved most of these things, just like we got for the past 30 years where they had things that said low fat, low sodium, hard healthy, low cholesterol, and all that other stuff. When in actual fact, in this community, we all know for a fact that this new food pyramid is really not going to lower the carbohydrate consumption of the average carb addict in this country or metabolically ill person by one bit. Whole grains are still carbohydrates. Fruit is still sugar. So they made a big thing about no added sugar. You don't need to add sugar to what's already pure sugar. It might make it taste a little sweeter, but you're not making it any healthier by saying no added sugar. And don't you think they won't find loopholes and schemes and ways to get around everything? We've been at this for a year now. We've been listening to how healthy we're going to be, make America healthy again. And they're still using red dye number 5 in the food. They haven't taken it out yet. I talked to Kelsey, had a nice conversation with him on the phone this afternoon, and we were talking about this. And he agrees with me completely. He thinks it placates those that have been demanding that the food pyramid be fixed without really hurting any of the industry that relies on income from all of these plant-based foods and processed foods. They talk bad about processed foods, but how can they eliminate it? So we'll see what happens. I'm not joyously optimistic. I think yes, it is a step in the right direction. And yes, there may be a few people who are convinced to try to maybe believe some of the things that we say, but what we're saying has nothing whatsoever to do with what Robert F. Kennedy said. Robert F. Kennedy had a video speech today at a press conference. I play it for you now, but then I'd get a copyright strike and they demonetized me. So I'm not doing that anymore. But this is it on YouTube. I'm going to put a link in the chat to this, and I want you to listen very carefully, word for word. There's the link, word for word, to his speech. He talked about the problems, and he got all the problems correct, all of them. He talked about the solutions, and there were words that were conspicuous to me by their absence, and subjects that were conspicuous by their absence. Number one, I never heard that carbohydrates were a problem. I never heard that plants have toxins. I never heard a peep about seed oils at all. One thing I did hear, he said, saturated fat is okay. Well, we've known that for years. And Gary entered the green room. So now I got Gary and Tuka sitting there. Get to you guys in a minute. Sandy Bly says Lewis shared the video on Facebook. Yeah, well, there's the link to it. You can go watch it yourself. He never talked about eating more meat. He never talked about meat pretty much at all. He said the word steak. This is funny. And listen for it, because I pick all this stuff out. Nothing gets by me when I watch these things. He said the word steak once. Honest to God, he said steak. The sentence went something like this. "40% of the U.S. economy now is spent on healthcare because of these foods. And what's at stake because of that is," and that's when I heard the word steak, when he said, "What's at stake?" So it wasn't even in the context that meant like meat. And basically espouse the virtues of a plant-based diet with whole grains instead. But nothing about eating 70% fat, eating any fat, that humans need to eat fat. None of that. None, zero, nada is in there in this new food pyramid. What's in this food pyramid is every excuse for all these food companies to just keep doing what they're doing, creating more and more addictive foods. And I can't wait to see what rules and laws may come out of this. And there's still a chance that it may do a little bit of good. In the meantime, with all this food pyramid talk, I like the fact that it's upside down. Donald Trump is becoming a pharmaceutical salesman now. And I'm pissed off at Donald Trump because of that. He wants to make Ozempic and other drugs cheaper so more and more Americans can be taking them. That's not what we're trying to do here, Donald. We're trying to get people off of drugs. Not give them a 2-for-1 so they can take more drugs. I'm sorry. So I never had high hopes for this. Maybe there may be a little more positive to it that I gave it credit for, but I don't see how anything will change on a grand scale. Especially guys like me. We're sitting here ranting about it. And 78 people are watching, not a big sampling of the average American consumer. That's for sure. So that's my take on that. Second announcement I wanted to make. You all notice that tonight is not channel member live stream. I opened it up to everybody. And it's another thing I talked to Kiltz about. And we've been talking about this for a while, and he has gone ahead and done away with his paid different tiers of memberships in the KMT thing. Partly it's just he felt bad about doing that. I've always felt bad about people having to pay, yet I'm trying to supplement my income with this YouTube, and YouTube extolled the virtues to me a while ago about having a private community and all the things that I could do, and I could make all this money and they could make 30% of it. So I went ahead and did it and tried to keep it cheap, and it's been hovering about 120, 130 people the whole time. The private community live streams don't get very many views at all. I have a tough time rounding up a panel. I sit there panicked. Right now, I've only got 2 people in the panel, and it's open to everybody. So I'm going to do away with this private community. I don't need it. The piddling little bit of money that I actually make for it, $2 and change I get a month from every member, it doesn't buy my cigars. Honest, it doesn't buy my cigars. It's not worth it because I feel bad. I feel bad because I don't like anything that has like first class, second class, third class, VIP. I don't like anything that's structured like that. I think that all of us are just as good and worthwhile as everybody else. And I've never joined any exclusive clubs or exclusive country clubs or anything like that because it's snobbery, it's arrogance on my part. And this private community thing never really set well with me. It's going to continue to exist, but not because the people who are in it are any better or deserve any more. And Kills feels the same way. It's going to continue to exist, and I'm going to call it just channel support. So all of you who don't think it's going to be worthwhile for $3.99 a month because I'm not doing 2 live streams a week just for you, kindly cancel your membership and just come into the live streams. Those of you who, and there are many of you, who figure, I want to help Mitch out, help him supplement his income, be a member of this channel. What you'll get pretty much is your names will show up in green in the chat. And that, for what it's worth, says, I support Mitch Weiss, OGC. So we'll do that going forward, and we'll see how many people drop out and how many people stay in. I would much rather that if you want to help support this channel, just buy me a coffee every once in a while, because I don't have to give YouTube 30% of that. And there's so many of you, well, not so many, but a select few of you who regularly, and you know who you are, throw these coffees at me, and that means a ton more, because that means that people are showing their appreciation, not that they think they have to buy something that I'm selling. I don't like selling stuff. I sold all my life. I'm tired of being a salesman. So that was my announcement. So my 2 live streams during the week are now just going to be wide open. And I hope it becomes a regular thing for people. And if I see that it's too many live streams and people don't come in, I cut one of them out maybe. We're going to continue to do Saturday night, continue to do the morning coffee 3 mornings a week. And I'll start making some standalone videos about all kinds of subjects that I want to talk about. And if my channel grows, it will. If it doesn't, it won't. So that's the big change here. We're going to do away with the Rena's okay, but I'll stay for the star next to my name, says Gary. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Gary. Yeah, those stars show how long you've been assigned, and red is over 2 years, I believe. So anyway, speaking of Gary and Tuca, let me not keep Tuka up too late tonight. Let me go over to here. And Rick has entered the studio too. So Milton's here. We can start the party now. If you got some coffee like I do in my You Magical Bastard cup, I've decided I am a magical bastard. So this is an appropriate cup for me. Oh, yeah. Wow. Let me bring in Tuka, the first.
Hello, asshole.
Hey.
And hello to chat as well.
How you doing, my friend? Good to see you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Yeah. I'm doing great. I'm feeling good. I'm walking so much better. This week I have put more miles on my feet. Not going up, just walking places and walking back and forth. And the cane, I hardly ever grab it anymore. When I go drive somewhere and leave the car, I'll take the cane with me. But around the house or anything all day, the difference is really starting to show. I still walk like 100-year-old man, but at least I'm walking now. I think back to the months I spent in a wheelchair, and then graduated to the walker, and so I'm tickled. I'm tickled to death about that. So let me bring in what you go ahead.
Sorry, I was just about to say that I know the feeling about walking when I broke my vertebrae at the gym. Like 7, 8, 9 vertebrae.
Oh,
and
wow!
So I can imagine that how it feels to. I didn't have to start from scratch, but I know how it feels to have, like, really, you have to focus on walking, starting to walk again.
And the balance issues is a scary part of it. Okay, here is Gary.
Hey,
Hi, Gary.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Gary.
How you doing?
Doing great.
Good. Thanks.
Got all kinds of energy for being on a fast on Sunday night.
Wow.
Feeling good.
Have you really been fasting that long? No wonder you look so slender. Wow. What a difference.
Yeah. 4 days, huh? 3 days? 4 days.
Listen, man, I'm not doing any 3-4 day fast. That's that would be torture for me. But I am eating one meal a day now. I decided I'm going to do OMAD. I eat at about 2:00 in the afternoon, and I eat the equivalent in amount of food of what I was eating in 2 meals, but I'm eating it all one time, one big long meal. And I've been doing that for about 3 or 4 days, and I've been sleeping better because
me too.
A longer break between the time. I go to bed pretty well digested, not still busily digesting food. That's Kiltz always tells me, he tells everybody he eats is 1 meal a day in the evening, and I don't know about that. I don't want to go to bed on a full stomach. I like that feeling, and I've not had cravings and not been hungry, and don't even think about food until
I've been sleeping. I've been sleeping better as well.
Good. And, how long are you gonna fast?
I'm shooting for 2 weeks, like I did the last time.
Wow.
I was just reviewing my weight loss graph on Renpo. Thanks to you for recommending the scale.
Oh, the scale, yeah.
So I weigh myself. I get on the scale every morning, and so I got the history. I bought it in July, so I can see it. But I was looking at what happened at my last 2-week fast, and the trend was in a nice downward trend. And then as soon as I started to fast, I was dropping 1.5 to 2 pounds a day for a good bit, and went down, I think, 21 pounds in that 14 days.
How much did you put back on when you broke the fast?
Right. Immediately, like within 4 days, I was back up to almost the starting weight. And then like I think it was day 7, I was at the starting weight.
Really? You put it all back on, huh?
But then if you look at the overall graph of my weight loss over time, it's a steady decline. And then that fast was just a little V notch in it where it went down, came up. So in theory, if I would have not done the fast, the trend line probably would have remained the same. Well, here's what I'm going to do different this time is when I break the fast, I'm going to do at least strict lion for the first week, just beef.
Okay.
And then before I start drinking coffee again, I'll see how that goes. And then I'll introduce decaf back in, just a cup a day, maybe 2. But I'll add butter to it and heavy cream, just a little bit, and then see if any of that see if I stay down a little longer. I don't know. But anyways, it's a good reset, I think.
It depends how you feel. It certainly gives your digestive system a vacation. It certainly, according to all the experts, sure, it gives you more time in autophagy, preparing your body.
That's right. That's what I'm hoping.
If you put the weight on that quickly again after the fast, the one thing it tells you, I would say definitely, is you didn't lose any lean mass during that fast. You didn't lose any muscle or protein. It was all fat that you lost. Because if it wasn't all fat, you wouldn't have gained it back so fast.
Right. If you notice, when I'm in ketosis, my urine is, dark yellow, orange, right?
Well, you need to stay more hydrated if that's the case, I would think.
Oh, I'm drinking nothing but water, not a lot, but
maybe drink more water because that's the gauge for whether you're dehydrated or not. Is if your pee gets real dark, you need to be drinking more water. If your pee is gin clear, you're drinking too much water. You know what I mean? If it's no color.
So when you're in ketosis, does your urine color change? I don't know. I never measured ketosis.
It shouldn't.
Ketones or whatever.
I've been in and out of ketosis since Atkins. I never noticed a change in color. The only time I noticed darker urine is if I overdid it, sweat a lot, or did something and didn't drink, got myself a little dehydrated. And that's kind of a clue. All
right. Well, I'll drink a little more water then. I was just wondering if that was a fat burning byproduct, maybe.
It could be,
or autophagy byproduct.
It could be, but toxins. I would be careful not to get dehydrated, especially if you're not eating, because there's a lot of water in the food you eat. You don't realize it, how much water is in beef. I mean, I'm
not eating, Mitch.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. So you're not getting the water from the food you eat, and that adds to the fact that you dehydrate faster. That's my point. My point is if you drink the same amount of water, but you stop eating, you're by that virtue, you're getting less water and could be getting dehydrated.
Coach Juliet did a good video this morning on that, on the myth of drinking 8 glasses of water a day.
You can certainly drink too much water. And, I'm pretty well tuned to it now, but it takes, we're not used to listening to cues from our body. We're used to listening to cues from our
All right, Mitch.
There you go.
Here's to you, Mitch.
I'll drink to that. I'll drink my electrolyte mix. I make sure I go through one of these every day. This is 40 ounces. I don't, other than the coffee I don't drink any other water than this. What do you got there?
Have anyone tried this brand of sparkling water?
Mineral Agua. No, I haven't. I've never heard of it. Where do you get it?
It's the cheapest, and it's at Walmart. You can get it in a glass bottle, and I think it's good. I get that. I got Topo Chico. I got the the San Pellegrino. Yeah. Yes, that. Yeah,
I like
think this is I think this is better because I did have a Topo Chico earlier, and I prefer this one over Topo Chico. Yeah, this one does have a little bit of carbonated water, sodium, bicarbonate, and salt.
Yeah, well, that's what mineral water is. Yeah, mineral water's got.
Yeah, but you look at the ingredients on the other one; they don't explicitly list salt in the ingredients.
Well, but sometimes they'll say sodium or sodium chloride or something like that, which is salt.
What about bicarbonate? Sodium bicarbonate.
Sodium, yeah, sodium. That's sodium. Bicarbonate means it's combined with 2 atoms of carbon. Is somewhere in the molecule.
Baking soda.
Yeah.
Baking soda. There you go. Drinking baking soda. Rick.
Has anyone else tried this kind?
I drink rainwater and water.
Rick's as close to a prepper and a survivalist as we have in this community.
I can see Rick down on his hands and knees in his driveway fighting Milton for the puddle water, lapping it up.
Well, I have a nice well in the backyard, and I have plenty of rainwater stored up.
So how's Milton doing, Rick?
Milton is
inquiring minds want to know.
Milton is back to being a nice kitty. He's been rubbing against me. He's been friendly. No meanness, no claws.
Wow, that's good. Well, I hope it stays that way.
I hope so too. I don't know if they just drugged him or what, but he seems to be back to his old self. Because for a while there, he was tearing me up.
So Rick, when the world ends, I'm gonna seek you out and be a survivalist with you.
Yeah, we come in with you. You know, I'll tell you when
iguana hunting.
I'll tell you, look! Oh, God! You make me crazy, Gary. Where's Greg? I don't see Greg in here, the cigar smoker. But I'll tell you what I got, Gary. I started buying cigars from Cigar Page.
I know. I was there. In fact, on last live stream, I ordered that variety pack that you.
Yeah, I just got these today. 5 packs. Gordos 6x60s. This one is Alex Bradley Maduro 6x60s. $18.99 for 5 of them. That's less than $4 a stick. This is crazy. I got the this is one of those flash sales. I got the these are God, I can't even read it. Padillas 6x60 Maduros. Same thing. They had a deal on it. If you bought 4 or more 5-packs, you got it for $19 a piece. Then they had some samplers too. So I got this sampler, and it has of Gordos 6x60, and it's got olivas. It's all oliva. All the different.
Is that the one? Was that the one for $55 that you showed?
No. I haven't gotten that yet. That's just,
so. How many cigars you have in stock?
Well,
how big is your humidor?
My humidor isn't real big, and it's real full now. But those 2 boxes of El Rey's really filled it up. I got 4 of these 5-packs, and I got this. I got one 5-pack is a Torpedo here. It's a 6x56-inch ring gauge, which is still a fat cigar. And this is another Oliva. See it? A gorgeous cigar. These are $10, $12, $15 cigars, every one of these. In any cigar shop you go.
See this one? This one was $1 something. Less than $2. I haven't paid more than $2 a cigar yet at Cigar Page. Okay. Now this one is in the Cuban sandwich.
Yeah, you're not getting, but I don't mind spending $4 a stick if I get a really quality, highest quality hand rolled name brand that I know is good.
Well, I'm a newbie, Mitch, so I don't know.
Well, it's
but now,
crazy, man. How many emails a day you get from them?
Same as you.
8, 10. I've had about 6 emails from them so far today. And they all tempt me. And I say, you have to remember, you always have to remember that any sale that they're going to have today, they're going to have again in the near future. You don't have to buy anything on sale right now. Maybe Black Friday.
In fact, those Cuban sandwiches I bought the first time, you know, they got me with the coffee flavor, chocolate notes, right?
Oh, yuck.
I figured that sounds good, and I ordered the first 24 pack for $30, and I got them, and I was like, wow, these are better than the other ones that I bought from originally. I bought a big, cheap sampler. That one, and that's what this one's from. And it's like, yeah, these are as good, if not better, than all those other ones that I've been smoking. You know, I smoke different ones every time. And so anyways, I liked that. And I was like, wow. And these were the cheapest. So I went on there and ordered them again, the same price. But then after I told you about it in the last live stream, the price was down to $27.50, I think, for the 24 pack.
Well, you buy these things when you get. I wouldn't buy anything from them unless I got it in one of those specials, because that's when you really get the deals.
Yes.
So I got enough cigars right now that I'm set for a while, a month or two.
Yeah,
so
me too. Now that I'm getting that $55 pack that you said has some top-rated ones, the Olivia, Oliva, whatever.
I'm anxious to see that. At any rate, there's the cigar talk portion of this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. For those of you that this is my new freedom to go anywhere I want with my channel now and talk about, as far as I'm concerned, cigars and healthy aging go hand in hand.
I agree.
I just hope I don't get spoiled now tasting the $4 or $5 cigar.
Well, you may or you may not. You know, you guys make me feel like I'm corrupting children. You know, hey kid, you want some candy?
You are. You did. I mean,
I did. Incorruptible.
I guess. So, Rick.
Yeah.
Maybe I should come on the panel to pitch this off. Peter, get your ass in here. If you don't come on the panel, you're going to piss me off. So I talked to Kelsey today on the phone. I called him this morning. I texted him and I said, well, what do you think of this great new food pyramid? I really want to get your take on it. And he texted me back and said he's going to be in surgery till right after lunch and he'll call me. And sure enough, he called me when he was on his way home. He's up in New York now. We talked on the phone for about attaboy, Peter.
Hey.
Hi, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
We talked on the phone. We talked on the phone for about 15 minutes, and I asked him about here. Let me do this.
Whoop.
I asked him about the meetup in Tampa. Rick, are you going to make it up there for that?
I'm going to try if I can get
January
there.
7th. Yeah. Well, he decided to have a barbecue, Peter, like he did last year at his house.
When?
The Friday on the 6th.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know what the deal is or if there's any VIP things. You could probably wangle an invitation from them without having to pay for it. Rick, you probably could too.
I got to work.
Oh, that's too bad. Anyway, I got an invitation.
Oh, come on, Peter. Take a day off.
Too late now.
He invited me, Peter. He invited me, and I'm going to go Friday earlier in the day, and he's got a room for me in the house there.
Yeah, he's got a bedroom in there.
Got four bedrooms in that. That's his playhouse. And
hey, Mitch, if I drive down, can I shack up with you?
Gary, I haven't slept in a room with any other man since I was in the Army, and refused to. In fact, that's what I said to Kelsey. I said, you know, I'm still suffering. I'm still recovering. And you know, I'm a little nervous about getting away from home for a couple of days, and I certainly can't sleep in a room with anybody else. He says, neither can I. He says, I'll never share a room with anybody. I used to travel, go to all these night shows and things all over the country, and everybody wanted to share a room with me, and I tell them the F.O., get the hell out of here. I don't share a room with anybody. I'm going to have a room to myself.
Actually, I'm planning on going down for that.
Oh, super. Well, you probably
I'm gonna drive down with my son.
Oh, I can't wait to meet you. So I'm going to go to Kiltz's house on Friday and stay over there, and then I guess everybody's just going to from there drive up to Tampa for the thing on Friday. Now I said to him, I said, "Well, Kiltz, I can. There's one requirement that I have that will dictate whether I can make it or not. It's a very important thing to me." I said it's a requirement, and if you can't meet, if this requirement that I have can't be met, I'm sorry, I won't be able to come. And he got
all the nervous. Cuban cigars you can smoke, Mitch?
No, that's what I said to him. I said, Kiltz, you need to sit down with me and smoke a cigar. And he said, I love the guy. He said, I got some great cigars. I said, there you go. I'm on my
way. Now, Mitch, here's the thing. You can't do a repeat performance of last year where you leave the party and a week later have a stroke.
No, you're damn right.
That's what happened last year.
It was 2 weeks later. 2 weeks later.
Was it 2 weeks? Oh.
Yeah, I had the stroke. But I am supposed to be a speaker at the event on Saturday, and probably going to talk about the change. Primarily about the stroke. I don't need to be talking about carnivore again. Talking about how this kind of thing affects your life and how I think carnivore has really been responsible for me getting my life mostly back at this point.
Are you going to discuss how you think that it was the brain surgery?
Oh yeah, I'll talk about
that. It wasn't carnivore, that it happened in the exact spot where your brain surgery was.
I think, Peter, a blood clot can happen to anybody, no matter how healthy they are.
But you had an injury.
That's what I think. What I think caused it. I think the least likely cause of it was my diet. Right. But it could have been anything. People have a blood clot in their leg, phlebitis, and that clot can migrate and it can get to the brain, and you have a stroke, or it can get to your lung, and you have pulmonary embolisms.
I don't believe in coincidences. I think when you said that it happened in the same location,
Well, it may have been in that place because of all the surgery, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Right.
There may have been some blood vessels that were more susceptible to having a clotting thing or a stroke in them. So,
right.
It's the propaganda. I heard that I went viral on Twitter in the plant-based community. Everybody knows about the carnivore. Can't be carnivore. This carnivore had a stroke.
How about that doctor who said he wanted to put statins in the water?
That was my hospitalist. That was my guy that came in and saw me every day.
Statins are so wonderful that he thinks it should be in the water, so everyone should have statins in their.
He thinks that kids ought to be taking statins as soon as they can drink anything liquid. Yeah, put statins in the baby formula, even.
Yeah,
they're so misled. But we got a lot of fodder to talk about between the RFK, the new upside down food pyramid. The only thing they left off of that graphic was Eric Cartman's face.
Yeah.
They should have put Cartman on there, because Cartman invented the upside down food pyramid from South Park.
Did you see that there's recommendations for vegans and vegetarians about how they're lacking?
It's a plant-based diet. All they talk. Yes, Tuca's raising his hand.
I know, but there's a paragraph in there specifically.
Wait a minute. Let Tuca's trying to say something.
Finish, and I will talk then. Go on.
Okay, all right, Gary. It's tough refereeing.
there's a paragraph of text that says if you're a vegetarian, you need to be careful about being deficient in all these things. Then they said for vegans, you need to be worried about all the. It was a much longer list of things that they need to be aware of,
especially the B vitamins, the fat soluble vitamins, vitamin E, those things. Yeah. Well, that's good, but those recommendations have been out there in those communities. Even you can watch a vegan channel and they'll be talking about supplementation. They got these people taking 30 supplements. What the hell is that, Rick? A shrimp?
Yeah, shrimp.
All right.
Where'd you get the shrimp?
They had it on sale at Fresco y Mas.
How much?
$2.99 a pound.
Wow.
Cooked or already cooked or raw?
Raw.
They're raw. I cooked them myself. I got to peel them too.
Man,
listen, since Peter is in the house and I don't know how to behave, I'm not gonna run and drop out, and it's only 2:45 a.m. in Finland.
Oh, so you're a trooper, man.
I'm gonna run away from Peter.
You're a trooper, and I appreciate it. And you know what's funny? Okay, Tuga, thanks for coming, man. Right. I can always count on. I can always count on you.
Yeah. By the way, it's -2 Fahrenheit at the moment in Finland, so it's rather cold.
Wow. It's like 70.
Sure is.
78, 75 degrees out there right now here.
Same here.
Nice
it was almost
day.
80 degrees. It was almost 80 degrees down here today in South Florida.
81 today.
It was 80 degrees. It was 80 degrees here at my house too.
Yeah, 80. Maybe it was 80. It was hot.
It was 81 when I rode to the store.
Wow.
Yeah,
so,
I love it.
Everyone.
I love it. All right, good night, Tuga.
Bye, Tuga.
Thanks for coming. Good to see you. See you Saturday.
Well,
I had 72 degrees yesterday.
Wow.
I was out sunbathing for 2 hours.
Yeah, you look sunburned. I haven't even got a chance to look at the chat yet tonight, but hello, everybody. We got 88 people in here. That's great. I hope that you guys enjoy these evening live streams. And where did Peter go?
He always gets knocked out. His sound gets knocked out when somebody logs out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it does that, doesn't it? Well, he'll be back.
I'm lucky. I hardly ever have audio problems.
There he is. He's back. Add the stage, Peter.
Yeah, whatever it is, every time somebody leaves, I get knocked out, so I have to come back.
It's very strange.
I don't know.
Anyway, I was saying that.
Glad to have you back, Peter.
We got a nice crowd. Nice crowd tonight. I'd like to see more of those people who are not channel members start to participate in these things. So you're going to have 3 shots a week at it now with these panels in the evening, and in the morning you're stuck with just me. And where is he? But grinds my beans and Rant Man.
Well, guess what? Rick, you no longer have to pay the money to stay here.
No, you can. I'm doing away. I'm doing away with the members. You can still pay the money if you feel like supporting me. I'm just going to call it channel support. Trying to decide what can I do that's worth $4 a month. I would hope people, if they want to be a member of the community, are members because they're members of the community. They feel like it's the community and they want to help support the poor old guy who's trying to supplement his Social Security, and at my advanced age still has to work and can't retire. And that's a scary thought. I don't know if any of you realize it, but I will probably have to work right up to the day I die, unless I become a burden on my children. So I don't like doing things for money anymore. I fortunately have a gig using my computer skills where I can live comfortably and afford my cigars and not worry about it. But if anything happens, any emergency of any kind, I mean, I could not afford to go to a $5,000 a month extended care facility. That's for damn sure. So it helps me, and that's why I do the Amazon links, or have that doesn't cost anybody anything. I don't expect people to have me front and foremost in their minds all the time, but that helps. And to buy me coffee, people, I really appreciate that.
Mitch, now that you're doing away with not that you're doing away with the private community, but you're opening it up, and you might lose some. Why not just put the, what's that little thing you put up on the screen, the little box?
Oh, the QR code.
Yeah, you ought to just leave that up so that, if people want to support you, it's there.
That thing.
You should do that. That should just be there on every video. It makes it a lot easier for people to just hit. I like
the way you think, Peter.
No, but I mean, you're saying it's just channel support. So what's the difference? Seeing that is just channel support now.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
It's so hard to scan that code when I'm watching on my phone.
Yeah, that's a problem, but
I know, but it reminds people too, though, Gary.
Well, it doesn't say buy me a coffee. It's just a QR code. I had one on there for the Amazon thing, but I didn't want to confuse people too much, so I went ahead and
I'm just for that.
So let's see who we got here. Any of you guys been reading the chat? Anything come along that I need to deal with?
I can't see the chat.
Any questions? Let me go back.
Jerry's rooting for me, Mitch.
Well, what? everybody roots for you. And Sandy Blythe's here. Jem is here. Hi, Jem. Howard. Gary, your hair and beard looks silky smooth tonight. You stud, you. Yeah, look. No, she didn't say that. I added that. She didn't say it. I added that. That was my little addition to Jem's comment.
You got the stud, and then you got the dud.
I'm wearing my Villain Club T-shirt. See the Villain Club?
Yeah.
What is the Villain Club, Peter?
And on the shoulder, it says Bullet Club with a couple of with like a skeleton. And
what is that? Is that a biker shirt?
With like rifles, with like AR-15s with bullets.
Oh wow!
Check that out. This is cool, man. It's actually a WWE pro wrestling guy. Like it's from what I understand.
Okay.
But yeah,
I'm wearing my Salt Life. See it with the shark?
Yeah,
my
daughter,
that's nice. One of my kids, I think my son got me this for
I'm almost Amish. I wear plain clothes.
Yeah,
Rick you don't dress like Amish guy.
He doesn't wear black. That says anything. He's against that.
I'm strange.
Really? No way.
You think? You think?
So many people just like you that eat iguanas and duck.
Yeah.
Parking lot chicken.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Well, I always thought I was a nonconformist, but then I met Rick.
Yeah.
It's funny when Mitch was talking about what he's going to do about the private group. That's the same thing that I always say. I hate discriminating against poor people.
You know what? You know what's funny? The funniest thing about Rick, his little studio there, like with his bed and everything, looks so clean and so neat. You would never think that it's a hoarder house. But if he turns that camera around,
I know
it's like Hoarder City.
We've all had the pleasure of seeing that. That's for sure.
Yeah. Like because he always talks about how much stuff he has. He has so much stuff, but you look at it right now and you go, wow, that's a perfectly modest 1950s cute little house. It's so neat and clean. It's everything in its place, right? He's got everyone fooled.
You trip over an engine block to get here.
That's what I'm saying.
Kathy's here, Pond Apple. How are you doing today? Proud of myself, exercising more lately. Tai Chi class at the senior center.
Excellent.
Today. Way to go. Way to go.
That's right.
Man, I had a huge T-bone steak that I got for $4.99 at where was it? At
Winn-Dixie.
Winn-Dixie. Yeah. $4.99, and it was beautiful, like full fat cap, fatty, thick, huge. Like it was like a porterhouse, really.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah. Yep.
Good for you. What did I
They
eat
had
today?
some that were good and some were tough.
I don't know. This one was a good one.
I had half a dozen eggs today and 2 big salmon fillets.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
I cooked the salmon fillets in a frying pan first. Skin on, skin side down first, got them good and crisp, flipped them over.
Crispy.
Took the salmon fillets out. There's still plenty of butter in the pan. Poured the 6 eggs in, made myself a big 6 egg omelet, and that's all the food I had. One meal, and
really,
I'm
I had 2 of these.
Yeah, well,
and half a scar.
I had 5 fried eggs in butter this morning with a little Tapatio hot sauce, which is pretty clean, very clean. And then I had the T-bone with some cold butter and salt. And then I did have some yogurt, Rick.
Nice. Where'd you get it from?
I get it at Aldi. It's the
Okay,
whole milk Greek vanilla yogurt, whatever.
You can get the plain. You can make yogurt out of it. That's what I did.
Really?
Let me say hi. Let me stop you guys and say I see in the chat there's a guy in here. 3 conservative gimps. GIMPS is his name.
3 conservative gimps.
Yeah. Hey Mitch, it's me, Art. And Art's an old buddy of mine, handicapped, and a comedian. I mean, he's been on stage. He's a comedian, but he's an old drone buddy of mine. His name is Art Carlson, just like the guy from WKRP. So, Art, man, if you're still here, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. I'm glad you stopped by. And we got Juliet. Juliet is here. Coach Juliet Edens, a DS111 is here. How you doing?
Nice.
Ribeye Susie is here. Got a nice crowd tonight, running between like 90 to 100 people, which is fine.
Well, the other thing that you gain by letting everyone in is you get to see the viewer count.
Oh, I enjoy it doing it much better. And people find the replays a lot more than they do with the because most of the people that are interested will be here for the live or see it slightly thereafter. Thomas is here. Thomas is in the chat. Hi, Thomas. How you doing?
Mitch, the other day, I watched an old live stream of yours before I was a member. I think it was like July 2024. And I saw someone on there. I forgot her name, but then I think I was in Rick's, making a comment on one of Rick's videos, and that person was in there, and never Rosie.
Yeah, Rosie.
Okay. Rosie Red.
Rosie came and went on this channel.
Yeah, she's not here anymore.
No, she hasn't been around in quite a while.
Yeah.
But she posted a comment on Rick's video.
That's right.
Well, if you see Rosie, tell her I said hello.
I don't know. I got some of the best viewers on my channel. I'm amazed.
And DC Rebuilding is here. Hello, gentlemen. Hello,
Hey,
everyone. Super Tune is here. How you doing? I'm here listening while driving. SMH Cast. SMH Cast is with us. Lambs is here. Hiya, Lambs. How are you? Good to see you. Wow. This is great. And I'll be back tomorrow morning. Wait, here's a question. Thomas wants to know if I've been arrested yet for doing so well. No, the veggie police have not come after me yet.
Veggie police are afraid of me.
Well, you grow veggies, you give veggies out to your friends. You're not
That's right.
You're not a veggie protester by any means.
No, I support the growing and distribution of fruits and vegetables. I think it's a good thing.
Well,
I'd say everybody should have a garden.
I think the best advice that came out of this new food pyramid, if anybody actually cares, and I'll tell you what, if you want to really get a feel for what's going on, do what I did. Go over to YouTube. Let me take a minute and do this for you. Hold on a second. Let me prepare for it. Let me get it bigger. And there it is. Let me get that. Hang on a second. Let me get that QR code out of the way. There we are. Now, go into YouTube. So let's go into YouTube. And go into search and type new food pyramid. And look at the videos that are up there. ABC News has got a thing about it.
I saw that.
Jillian Michaels praises new food pyramid. Remove all this junk, okay? Some guy comes on and says, this is healthy? A psychiatrist. But breaking news. We have a new food guy. She's a registered dietitian. If you watch a lot of these videos, what you'll find is they're all finding fault one way or another with the new food. And the fact that it even recommends an egg.
They all hate RFK, Mitch. They all
no, but that's what I mean. They're finding fault, and they've all got their version of Dr. Mike, the TV doctor who comes on and tells you still that they went a bit too far when they told you to eat saturated fat. You're going to hear that over and over again. And then they'll tell you why. Because for the past 30 or 40 years, there have been numerous studies, and it's settled science, and it's a fact that saturated fat causes heart attacks.
BS.
Well, we know it's BS, but these friggin' TV doctors will not let go of the old mantra.
Peter's having a heart attack.
But look at this. Look at the number of videos. Here's the new dietary guidelines just changed everything. Bullshit. They changed nothing.
That's right.
They really changed nothing. And what do you see on the picture with the food guideline? Look at this picture. What is it? A pumpkin, green peppers, tomatoes. You see steaks. You see fat. You see anything that's different than what they've been recommending?
Nope.
Nope.
See, Mitch
CBS
cuts right
News
through
Texas,
the BS.
Why experts are divided over the new federal dietary guidelines. Look at this food. What do you see there that's healthy?
Duck food.
A tortilla,
duck food,
bread, corn, potatoes.
Corn.
What the hell is healthy there? Added sugar is not the problem.
Nope.
These foods are made of sugar. The new pyramid. Look at, somebody comes up and says, this is insane.
That looks like a prescription to Ozempic.
Yeah.
That's where you're going to be heading if you eat that, right?
But I mean, look at the number of videos. Look at this picture. What do you see in that picture that's any different than what they've been recommending for the past 50 years? So while everybody's getting so excited about the one good thing it says is to eat real food. But most people don't understand why that's significant or what it means or anything like that. So I can't get excited about it, guys. I hope it catches on.
It doesn't matter because people are addicted. It doesn't matter. They can say whatever they want to say. When people go past Dunkin' Donuts, what are they going to do?
Yeah, they're going to buy donuts.
They're going to go buy their donuts. And when they go into the convenience store, they're going to buy their ho-hos.
Well,
I don't even know what a ho-ho is.
That's what I keep saying, and nobody seems to take me seriously when I say that until we solve or figure out some way to solve the problem of the food company caused food carbohydrate addiction, we can't solve anything because people will always be looking for excuses to eat the shit they want to eat because it's their addiction rationalizing it. And what happens is this new food pyramid will allow them to go out and buy a dozen whole grain bagels, which are the most fattening things on the planet, and just scarf them all down and say, wow, I never knew I could, eat a dozen bagels because it's on the new food pyramid. So it's okay. And that will satisfy their carbohydrate addiction. They didn't address any of the real problems.
Well, the one good thing is it will allow a little bit better food at hospitals and other institutions, the military, a little bit better.
I would hope so, but I think more people are going to come up.
Help a little bit. Prisoners are going to get better food.
Yeah, I'm concerned about that.
Mhm.
The people will figure out more ways to game in the system now and change nothing. And yet making people think they have.
Look at Amy's post about going to the doctors today.
What'd she say?
She said, I'm 25 pounds overweight, and asked if I wanted to go on a GLP-1.
Of course they did.
What the hell? Also, he performed x-rays, breathing tests, blood tests. I was there for almost 3 hours. And he wants to do a BRCA cancer test on me.
What? You know what you got to do? You got to run away from these people. I mean,
look who's here. We got another visitor. Better late than never, DC. I'm about ready to shut it down, but that's okay.
No worries.
Glad you came in. How are you?
Good. How you doing, young man?
hey, DC.
Anybody calls me young man is on my A list right off the bat. And if you're bald headed with a beard, you can go right up to the top. Yeah.
Right up there.
Yeah.
Cool.
And if you were to stick a cigar in your mouth, man, it'd be astronomical.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, we had a good little discussion today, and we've been.
I have a question of DC. What does Australia think of this new food pyramid, or they don't know anything about it?
Oh no, it's all the same as America, mate. It's it's YouTube, it's everywhere, like it's on the news. It's
because I thought Australia's My Plate or whatever it is was based off the United States.
The whole world is basically follows
the whole world is like the whole Western world is just all based on that, like it's followed the American like FDA guidelines ever since like they started it.
So is Australia
the Dietetics Association in America, they spread their poison around the world,
So is Australia's government now going to reconsider?
Oh no, nothing's going to change here.
Nothing's going to change here either, to tell you the truth. So
no, that's right. I mean, it takes a long time. Like I know I've spoken to people who are working on new dietary guidelines in Australia.
Right.
Dr. James Mukey, he was actually 2020 Australian of the Year. Really good guy. He writes a lot of articles about the health of meat and carnivore diet and things like that. He's a really good guy, but it takes years to implement any kind of change, especially when dietary guidelines has such a huge reach. Like dietary guidelines are in absolutely everything. It's in education from like primary school all the way up to college, universities, hospitals, military. It's absolutely everywhere. And you guys know it's controlled by corporations. So it takes years to make any kind of real change,
Yeah.
It'll take decades. How long did it take for us to get into this mess? It started 100 years ago, the downfall of the American diet. 100 years ago, 1911, Crisco was invented. The Seventh-day Adventists were already hard on making everybody vegetarians. John Kellogg came along with the breakfast cereals in the 1920s. And in 1977, well, Ansel Keys came along in the 50s and 60s and demonized fat and cholesterol. In the 70s, they came out with the food pyramid, which was basically a completely political thing. And the reason that we had a recommendation of 6 to 11 servings of grains every day was because the USDA has such a surplus of wheat.
Right.
And they decided at the time, oh, hell, we need to get rid of this wheat. So let's just tell people it's healthy to eat, enough of it to kill them. And they did. And this stuff has just hung in there since. So it took that long.
That's right. I mean, it's become a belief. A belief system.
It's a religion. It's like I say, everybody knows. That's what you hear. Well, everybody knows bacon will kill you. Everybody knows the steaks will cause cancer. Everybody knows. Well, when I hear somebody say everybody knows, I know immediately that exactly the opposite of that is true in everything.
Exactly.
DC, are they pushing GLP-1s in Australia?
I mean they push all the same drugs here. Your average Australian's on at least 5 different medications, and
I just started watching Landman on Paramount Plus, but I have it with commercials, and all the commercials are for GLP-1s. No wonder why the doctor was asking Amy if she wanted one.
Yeah.
If they're paying that much money on advertising, the doctors are going to be pushing it.
I saw a commercial for Weight Watchers, and they were advertising pushing GLPs.
Well, that's their program now. They completely changed their whole program from the nonsense with the point system and all that other stuff. Now it's basically a drug dispensary.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't watch TV, but I mean, the last time I saw it, the only thing that you have on commercials here in Australia, they sell you life insurance, health insurance and stuff, and drugs. That's it, basically, weight loss drugs and all these other drugs and all this sort of. It's cause and effect, cause and cure sort of thing. That's all it's all about. It's just the government pushes it. Every institution pushes it. We get, it's no different to what America's been like, here in Australia. It's just got a smaller population that keeps, pushing the same stuff. It's just crazy. Everything is low fat. You look at the low fat sort of industry ever since the 80s. Bags of candies. Even now, they've still got they've got what they call a 5-star health rating on all the packets of food that you get here in Australia, and the high, obviously, the more stars, the healthier it is. But anything that's low in fat, and it doesn't matter what it is usually around the middle of 2 or 3 stars sort of thing. So you can buy bags of candy and what we call gummy or gelatin sort of soft candy and stuff like that, covered in sugar and so on, and they'll say it's healthy because it's low in fat, 99% fat free. It's just insane. It's absolutely insane, and people keep pushing that stuff. And the dietary guidelines, like I said, it's going to take years to make any real kind of change. And I think that when even if they do bring out a new dietary guideline, institutions that actually adopt those guidelines is going to take decades. Like Mitch said, these nutritionists, universities who study nutrition and dietetics and so on, these institutions are never going to take this on board, or certainly probably not in our lifetime. Maybe 20, 30 years or maybe longer, because it's just it is so ingrained. It is a belief system.
Yeah, and how when the Adventists own medical schools, hospitals, nursing schools, dietitian schools, You think they're going to just, because Robert F. Kennedy turned the pyramid upside down, you think they're going to change the message? Everybody's going to fight it like hell. It's all politics, and but it's going to be fodder for conversation for the carnivore community for a long time to come. You're going to see how many, let's take a poll now. How many reaction videos do you think Bart Cave's going to make on the subject?
I mean, there's no shortage of imbeciles out there. Like, there's always going to be reaction videos for the, for at least 2 or 3 lifetimes for Bart. But
I don't think that anybody in our community doesn't already get it. So we end up preaching to the choir. We're not getting all that many converts. But listen, guys, it's 8:15. 8:15, and I don't want to start a trend of having these things run 2 hours. I want to try to stick to an hour or a little more. Coming a little earlier next time, DC. Love to have you here.
Yeah, cool.
And I'll give you some happy music here. Let me get, there it is. And everybody can say goodbye. And I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yeah, everyone.
See you, DC.
Yep.
See you later, mate.
I'm waiting for you guys to push your own buttons.
Goodbye, quackers.
You have a great day.
All right. See you, Rick. DC's still here. DC, you and me. You got to push. There you go. All right. All right. I didn't have to throw anybody out. That's great. Well, I had a good time tonight, guys. I hope you like this new thing. Every Tuesday night, Thursday night, and Saturday morning, we're going to do a similar live stream to this. And 3 mornings a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, do the morning coffee with Mitch and an occasional video from me. And we're going to try that going forward and see how well it works. So glad you came. Glad you came. Everybody's saying goodbye in the chat that I miss anyway. Mike Seeley's here in Melbourne. Good night, everyone, he says. Boston Danny, Bill Cook, Keto Simple says, take care, everyone. Lambs, DS111. Brian, B-Matt, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Sandy Blythe, Running Tap 12 from Australia also. Sandy Blythe. Amy, glad you made it. Glad you made it. Who else? Gary from Delaware. Hi, Gary. How you doing? All right. And if I missed anybody, is a Chris Hope. Chris Hope is here. Hiya, Chris, another drone buddy. I missed you. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Always good to see you here. So that'll do it till tomorrow morning. For right now, you know the drill. Thanks for coming, but take the rest of the day off and eat meat.